one. Good evening. So, students, today we will study a new chapter of science, and the name of the chapter is Food and Shelter for Animals. Alright, this is your 6th chapter of science. Okay, this is your 6th chapter of science, and the name of the chapter is Food and Shelter for Animals. Alright, so now let us see what are the topics in this chapter that we will study today. So students, today we will study food that animals eat. What are the different types of food that different animals eat? Okay, there are different types of animal in the world, yes or no? And different animals eat different types of food. Okay, then homes that animal live in, and different animals live in different types of home. So we will study some of the different types of home of the animals and what are the different food habits that the different animals eat. Okay, so kids, our first point is food. See in the slide what it is written. Animals need food in order to live. Why do animals need food? So that they can live. We are also an animal, okay? But we are not like the animals that live in jungle or forest. We live in a house, but we are also considered to be as animal. And what do we eat to live? We eat food, yes or no? Our mama prepares food for us. In the same way, animals also need food to live. They eat the food so that they can live. Okay? Then different animals eat different kinds of food. As I told you, there are different types of animal in the world and they eat different types of food. You will find many different types of animal around us. Yes or no? So different animals have different food, different eating habits. Okay? Then animals move from one place to another in search of food and shelter. And why do animals move from one place to another? When we feel very hungry, when we come to school and we feel very hungry, we go home and we eat our food. Yes or no? We have a home where our mother cooks food for us, and at home we go and have our food. In the same way, animals move from one place to another so that they can get some food and they can get shelter. Shelter is a place where they can stay and keep themselves safe. What is a shelter? Shelter is a place where animals can stay and protect themselves from any danger, where they can stay safely. Alright, so why do animals need food? So that they can live. Okay, and different animals have different kinds of food. They eat different kinds of food. They have different food habits. Okay, and animals move from one place to another in search of food and shelter. Alright, I hope you understood this. Now let us move to the next topic. See students, I will explain you with an example that different animals eat different kinds of food. What can you see in the picture? What are the animals there in the picture? There is cow, there is horse, there is elephant, there is deer. And this type of animals eat only plants. What do they eat? They eat only plants. They do not eat any other kind of food. They eat only plants. They eat grasses, like see, cow eat grasses and the leaves of the trees. Horses also eat grasses. Yes or no? Then deer, they eat the leaves of the trees. Elephant also eat plants. So, different animals eat different kinds of food. And the animals like cow, horses, deer, elephant, these are some animals which eat only plants. And you know what? These animals are known as herbivores. The animals which eat only plants are known as herbivores. Herbivores. You will study about this in your higher classes. Alright, the animals which eat only plants are called as herbivores. Understood? And see students, these are also different types of animals like hen, squirrel, sparrow, pigeon, the birds and the tiny animals which live on the trees. These animals eat seeds and grains. Animals such as hens and squirrels eat seeds. You can see in the picture there is hen. They are eating some grains. Then you can see squirrel which is eating nut, which is also a seed. Then animals that eat grains, seeds and fruits. These are some animals. These are some birds which eat the grains, seeds and fruits like sparrow, hen, pigeon. If you are asked that name some animals which eat grain, seeds and fruit, what will you write? You may write these examples. Sparrow, hen, pigeon. These are some birds and animals like squirrel. These are some small birds and small animals which eat the seeds. Okay. And see here there is also another animal like animals such as lizards and birds such as hoopoe and woodpecker eat insects and worms. And you know some animals also eat insects and worms. You know what are insects? Insects are tiny creatures with 6 legs which have got 6 legs like cockroach, beetles. These are insects. Okay. So these animals such as lizard and the birds like woodpecker, hoopoe, the bird with red crown, that is woodpecker. Okay, why it is called as woodpecker? Because they make hole into the trees and branches. They make a hole. That is why they are called as woodpecker. They make a hole using their beak, and the insects which they get inside the branches or the trunks of the tree, they eat that. The ants, they eat the ants. Ant is also an insect. Then hoopoe, you may have seen this bird around here. You will find this type of bird here. They also eat insects. Alright, so these are some animals which eat insects and worms. Okay. And here comes the dangerous animals that eat the flesh of other animals. That means they kill the small animals and they eat them. Who are the animals who eat the small animals? Like lion, tiger, then jackal. Okay, then these vultures, then hawk. These are some carnivorous animals. You know students, the animals which eat the flesh of other animals. That means the animals who kill the small animals and they eat them. They are known as the carnivorous animal. Carnivores, carnivores animal. You will also read about this in your higher classes, okay? See, the tiger, the lion, they kill other animals. They suppose in the jungle, they kill the zebra, the deer, they kill them and they eat. They eat the flesh of those animals. And the birds like eagle, vulture, hawk, these are some kinds of birds which also eat the flesh of other animals. Then jackal, wolf, fox, these are also wild animals. The wild animals always eat the flesh of other animals. Okay? So it is written there, see, animals such as lion, tiger and eagle eat the flesh of other animals. Okay? And students, do you know there are some animals who eat plants as well as the flesh of other animals. They also eat plants and they also eat the flesh of other animals. You know what are these animals called as? These animals are called as omnivores. 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 These omnivores are animals which eat plant as well as the flesh of other animals. These are called as omnivores. Okay? And see, animals such as crows and bears eat both plant and the flesh of other animals. You can see in the picture bear. Bear is also an omnivore animal. He eats fruits also, he eats plants also. And when he gets the flesh of animals, he eats that also. Crow also eat the flesh of other animals. Crow also eats seeds and grains. If you give them seeds and grains to eat, they will also eat that. But along with that, they also eat the flesh of other animals. So, these are some examples of animals that eat both plants as well as the flesh of other animals, such as bear, then crow. Understood? So students, that was all about the different food habits of different animals. Like different animals ate different types of food. Now, homes that animals live in. What are the different types of homes that different animals live? Where do we live? We live in our house. The name of our home where we live is our house. We have different rooms. Yes or no? We have different rooms. We have kitchen where our mother cooks our food. We have bathrooms where we take bath. We have study room where we study. But do animals have different rooms? No. They do not have rooms like us where we stay. Animals live in forests and jungles, which they make their shelter. Okay, some animals, they live in den. What is den? Den is a type of cave beneath the mountains or hilltops. Okay, it is made up of huge rocks. Where there is gap, they make that their house and they stay there. They hunt the food, they kill animals, they bring their food in that shelter and they eat. Like when we are hungry, when we are hungry, we go to our house. Yes or no? We ask our mother to cook food. Our mother cooks food in the kitchen and then she brings the food in the dining room where we sit down on the table and we eat. In the same way, these animals also, they hunt the animals. Some animals, like wild animals, they hunt the animals, then they bring their food on their houses or where they live, which is also called as shelter, and then they eat there, they sleep there, they take rest, they protect themselves from any type of danger, they keep safe themselves in the shelter. Alright. See, a forest is a home to many animals. You know what is forest? Forest is a place where there is many plants and it is a huge dense place full of many type of trees and plants where there is no human habitat. Human habitat means there is no houses or schools or roads, nothing is there. Okay, so a forest is a home to many animals and many animals live in the forest. Okay, it is a large area covered mainly with trees and plants. I already told you forest is a very big place which is mainly covered by trees and forest. There is no houses, no roads, no markets, no public places like we are staying in the surrounding. It is not like that. It is fully covered with trees and plants, big trees and plants. That is forest. And you know what? There there you will find many different kinds of animals which live in the forest. That is why it is said that a forest is a home to many animals. Okay, then most of the animals live in the open in the forest. What does it mean? Most of the animals live in the open in the forest. That means they do not have a house. They live in open below the sky. That means they do not have a shelter. They live in open. Wherever they get placed, they sit there, they sleep there. They also eat, and they keep on roaming from one place to another just to eat, and when they feel tired, they sit wherever they get a place. So that is why most of the animals they live in open in the forest, because they do not have any shelter or they do not have any home. Okay? Then animals like giraffe, deer, rhinoceroses, etc. These are some animals which moves about in the forest in search of food and shelter. See students, this is an example. If you are asked, give some example of animals who live in the open in the forest. You can write these names of the animals like giraffe, deer, rhinoceroses, zebras. These are some animals which keep on moving from here to there, from one place to another. They keep on roaming in the forest only to search food. Okay? And shelter. They also keep on searching a place to live from one place to another. They keep on roaming in the forest to search food and shelter. Shelter means a home, so that they can take rest or they can live. Okay. Some animals live in hollow trees and caves. Hollow means something which is like a hole, or you can say it is like a cave. It is a type of a place where you can get inside and you can stay. That is hollow. Something which is deep or something which is open. Okay. That is hollow. Some animals live in hollow trees. There is big trees which have some hollow space in them. And caves. Where would you find caves? You will find caves where there is big mountains, and below the mountain you will find some spaces or gaps. Inside there they build their house or they take the shelter there and they stay there, some of the animals. And squirrels and owls sometimes live in hollow trees. They make a space inside the tree. They make some hole inside the tree and they stay there. What are the animals who stay in the hollow trees? Those are squirrels and owls. Alright. And animals like bat, tigers and bears, they live in the caves. I already told you what is cave. You may have seen in some cartoons and some pictures that animals they live in the cave. Yes or no? So these are some habit, or you can say homes of an animal where they stay. Okay, I will repeat once again. A forest is a home to many animals. Then it is a large area covered mainly with trees and plants. Forest is a large area which is mainly covered by trees and plants. Then most of the animals live in the open in the forest. Most of the animals they live in open. They keep on roaming in the forest. Animals like giraffe, deer, rhinoceroses, etc. These are some animals which moves about in the forest in search of food and shelter. Then some animals live in hollow trees and caves. Squirrels and owls sometimes live in hollow trees. And then bat, tigers and bears, they live in the caves. Okay, I hope you understood this. These are some points of different types of animals which live in different types of places. Okay, now let us move to the next point. Students, there are some animals which make their own home. Some of the animals like birds. Birds build their own nest, right? Squirrels, they build their own home. Rabbits, they dig what? They dig holes inside the soil. That is called as burrow. Yes or no? They dig hole inside the ground. Then bees they make beehives where they stay and where they prepare honey. Yes? Then hen also they pick up the twigs or the small dry grasses from the ground and they make their own home. Have you seen a bird nest? How do they build them? By collecting the twigs. What are twigs? Twigs are the small branches of the trees, thin branches of trees, and some other plants. When they are dried, they collect them, and some dry grasses which are also called as hay and straw. They collect them and they build their nest. Some animals, they build their own home. See, it is written, some animals make their own home, such as rabbits dig a hole in the ground called burrow. What is the home of a rabbit called? The home of a rabbit is called burrow. B-U-R-R-O-W. Burrow is a hole inside the ground which the rabbit dig. That means they take out the soil from the ground and they make a hole, a big hole where they can go inside that hole and they can live there. They eat there, they sleep, they collect the food from outside and they take the food inside that hole and they stay there. That means they make that burrow is a shelter of a rabbit. Then bees. Have you seen bees? What is bee? You know? Yellow flies. Those, they make beehive and they also prepare honey in the beehive and they stay there. Okay. Then birds. Birds build nest with straw, twigs, leaves and cotton to lay eggs and raise their chicks. What are the different things which they use to make the nest? Those are straw. Straw are the dry grasses. Twigs. Twigs are the thin small branches of trees or some plants. Okay, then leaves, the dried leaves which fall down from the tree on the ground. Then cotton. Okay, if they get any kind of cotton material around, they collect it, they collect it from the beak and they make a nest so that they can lay eggs and they can bring up their chicks, the small tiny birds, so that they can raise them up. Okay, so these are some different types of homes of different animals where they live and they take in their shelter. Okay. And students, some animals are kept at home. We keep some animals at home, and those animals which we keep at home are also called as pet animals or domestic animals which we keep at home, because they do not harm us, they do not eat us, or they will not kill us. So some animals are also kept at home, but we do not keep them inside our house. We make a different house for them so that they can stay there in our surrounding of our house. Okay, we make homes for them to live in. It is written there. See, some animals are kept at home. We make homes for them to live in. Some animals are kept with us in our homes, but we do not keep them in our rooms. We do not live with the animals in our bedroom. Do we sleep with animals in the bedroom? No. We make some different rooms for them or different houses for them. Okay. Some of the home of animals where they stay are there. I will tell you some of the names of the homes, domestic homes or the pet animals where they stay. Those are horses are kept in stable. You know now what is horses? Those, the name of the home where a horse is kept, it is called as stable. A horse is kept in stable. Then cows are kept in shed. You have seen here, I guess, many cows are kept in shed. Yes or no? by making pillars of the wood, and they cover the roof with some plastics or some what you can say, some hay or like that, and they make the home for cows. Yes or no? So that place is called as shed, where the cows can stay there. Okay. Then fishes are kept in aquarium in our houses. We also keep fishes in our home. The tiny small fishes. And what is aquarium, you know? Aquarium is a glass box which is made as a home for some small fishes, which is kept as which is kept at home. Okay. Then dogs are kept in kennel. The name of the house where dog is kept, it is called as kennel. K-E-N-N-E-L, kennel. Birds stay in nest. Where do birds stay? They stay in the nest. Hens are kept in coop. The home of a hen is called as coop. It is a tiny house where the hens stay along with their chicks. Yes or no? And pigs are kept in pigsty. The pigs where they are kept, the pigs where they live, the name of the house of the pig is called as pigsty. I repeat again. Some of the homes of animals where they stay. Horses are kept in stable, S-T-A-B-L-E, stable. Cows are kept in shed. Then fishes are kept in aquarium in our homes. Dogs are kept in kennel. Birds stay in nest. Hens are kept in coop, C-O-O-P, it is coop. And pigs are kept in pigsty, P-I-G-S-T-Y, pigsty. Alright, so these are the different homes of some animals that can be kept at home or in our surrounding, in our home surrounding. Okay, because they do not harm us in any way. So now students, let us study some keywords, some spellings from the book and their meanings. Okay. So the first one is shelter, S-H-E-L-T-E-R. I already told you what is a shelter. It is a type of a house where animals protect themselves or stay inside them to keep them safe. Something that covers or protects. The meaning of the shelter is something that covers or protects. Okay. Then hoopoe. There is a picture of the bird hoopoe which eats seeds which eats insects. It is a salmon pink Eurasian bird. What it is called as? This hoopoe is also known as salmon pink Eurasian bird, E-U-R-A-S-I-A-N. It is pronounced as Eurasian. Okay. Flesh. I already told you, lions and tiger, they eat the flesh of animals, other animals. Now what do you mean by flesh? Flesh is the skin or surface of the human body. The skin that when somebody eats with or they take away from their teeth, they bite from the teeth, they take out the flesh of the animal. That is the skin or the surface of an animal body. Okay. Then hollow. What do you mean by hollow? I told you it is a hole, having a hole or empty space inside. It is a hole or empty space where rabbits live. That is hollow. Then caves, C-A-V-E-S. It is a natural hollow space under the ground or on hillside. Caves are the natural hollow space, that means empty space, and where it is under the ground or the hillsides. Okay. Then straw. Straw is a single dried stalk of grain. What do you mean by straw? It is a single dried stalk of grain. Like when the rice is cut, the plant of the rice is cut and the seeds are taken out, the straw that is left, the stalk that is left, it is called as straw. Okay. Then twigs. Now what is twig? Twig, I told you, it is a thin branch or stem of a tree or a shrub. Shrub means tiny plants like the rose tree, the hibiscus tree. These are the shrubs. Alright. Stable. House of a horse is called as stable. Then shed. House of a cow is called as shed. Kennel. House of a dog, it is called as kennel. Then aquarium, I told you, it is a transparent tank of water which is made up of glass, in which fish live and other water creatures and plants are present there. Other water creatures, like you can find different kinds of water creatures. Fish, starfish, okay, these are some different water. Then baby turtles, they live in the aquarium, and different kinds of plants also can be kept inside the aquarium. It is usually made for decorative purposes in our home. That is aquarium. A-Q-U-A-R-I-U-M. Aquarium. Okay. I will repeat the meaning once again. Pay attention. Shelter, something that covers or protects. Hoopoe, a salmon pink Eurasian bird. Flesh, the skin or surface of the human body. Then hollow, having a hole or empty space inside. Then caves, a natural hollow space under the ground or on hillside. Straw, a single dried stalk of grain. Twigs, a thin branch or stem of a tree or shrub. Stable, house of a horse. Shed, house of a cow. Kennel, house of a dog. And aquarium, a transparent tank of water in which fishes live and other water creatures and plants are present. That is aquarium. Alright, I hope you understood this chapter. So students, in the next class I will give you the worksheet of this chapter, the question answers, and I will see you with the next chapter. Okay, till then take care of yourself. Till then, bye bye. See you again.